Just so you know, just so you know, today is a special. In fact, we are doing this on a weekly basis on every Monday. But for the month of November and December, we're taking on the Thursday slot. Yeah, just keep in mind, and it's at the same time, 8:30 p.m. Okay, it's 8:30. Thank you, Jonas. I just want to warmly welcome all of us here into tonight's Zoom. It's a non-comprehensive Zoom, yeah. We're not going to take too much of your time. Having said that, I will give you enough information of what we are doing. Basically, I will cover 30 minutes of the whole thing, and I'll give some time for testimonial as Pochu will be one of the sharers. And if any one of you would like to share, you're more than welcome. Then we'll leave the last 5 to 10 minutes to Q&A, right? And once again, thank you everyone for joining our Zoom. Let me just start with share the slides. Okay, hold on. Can everyone see? All right. You can hear the background music. It's very sci-fi. Okay, the whole idea is just want to let you know. By the way, can you all hear me?
Yeah, can hear you, but cannot hear the music.
Oh, cannot. That means I can only hear. So funny. Okay, in that case, it's okay. Why the future is now? I just want all of us to know, right? That Lifewave is a very advanced company, right? So much so that, there's this person by the name of Richard Quick. He actually made this statement that our technology is 20 to 30 years more advanced than any other company. And you will know why I said that. You all know this gentleman? This gentleman was around about 120 years ago, yeah. I think for most of us, we are very familiar with him. Albert Einstein, he actually made this statement. So here earlier, my slide is your future is now, right? So we are having a real breakthrough technology, and the future maximum will be the maximum of frequencies. Maybe perhaps for some of us, we may be more familiar with this person by the name of Dr. Oz. Yeah? He also has this to say, the next big frontier in maximum is energy maximum. Because for the longest time, for most of us, we are so familiar with the Western medicine or Chinese TCM for the matter, until we are so accustomed to taking drugs and pills, right? And that's also one of the reasons that actually attracted me to Lifewave. Lifewave, David says this, if we were to go back 20 years, the subject of age reversal was thought to be a science fiction. Nowadays, when you talk about age reversal, it was used to be a myth, right? But nowadays, if you go and Google search, many people are finding ways. In fact, it's not recently. In fact, in ancient time, like the Chinese emperor Shi Huangdi, and the Greek emperor by the name of Gilgamesh, they are trying to find ways to find the elixir, for immortality. But here again, we are not talking about that. That would be the extreme, yeah. But then, we realize that, the technology has so advanced that nowadays when we talk about age reversal, it is no longer a myth. So tonight we are talking about LifeWave and what is LifeWave and why LifeWave as a company. And this is the reason why it resonates with me. Here we are literally talking about, using something without the use of medication, injections, or surgery. Something David strongly believes that, using a particular technology called phototherapy, that can create a very nice and conducive environment for us to have the self-healing. So LifeWave as it is did not start off as it's not even a supplement company. In fact, we pride ourselves to be a biotechnology company. Yeah. And in fact, in FDA, it's classified as a class 1 medical device. Insofar, I like for the matter that we are using something, if you are not already aware, and for all our new guests, this is something also that attracts me. You know, most of us have been taking supplements, and most of us also have been either taking it orally, right? Whether in liquid form or pills. But in Lifewave, you know, we are using something, we call it like a koyo, a patch. And in fact, there's nothing in the patch. There's no drugs, no pills, no injection. It's really a proprietary and patented technology that harnesses the power of pressure therapy to boost health at a cellular level. Okay. And the person who founded this company is none other than David Smith. I call him the three-in-one because he's not only the founder, he's also the CEO and inventor of Lifewave, which I think, you know, if we are really considering something to join, this would be the company. And David, like I said, he's not a medical doctor, but he's been a scientist for the longest time. And his passion is in the area of longevity, you know. He studies on a lot of natural organisms, how, you know, the hydrothecnia, the Mexican axolotl, and including the Temnothorax ant. Just a tiny little ant, but have the kind of lifespan that can spend up to 20 years, you know. And that actually intrigues him. And because of that, he went into a long venture into finding ways, exploring ways to how to keep human beings to live longer and younger and healthier. If you look at this slide, you know, he's being awarded this honorary doctorate recipient by the International Hall of Fame. Just so you know, this person is simply remarkable, and I can say that you know I'm grateful for his invention because it is also through his patches that actually got me very well. So if you want to know my story, actually you can come to join our live Zoom or rather our live BOP at our Wood Square office, which I will show you the address later on. And also, we're also very proud to say that Lifewave, as a direct selling company, is the only company given an honorary award by the U.S. military, the Navy SEALs. Okay, so insofar, Lifewave has got garnered over 130 over patents. And in fact, when David started this, you know, Lifewave was also funded by the Irish government. Quite incredible, right? If you look at the picture on the right, we are actually a vertical integrated company. What do I mean? You know, everything from conception to manufacturing all the way to the product, right? Everything is manufactured in-house. Okay. And that means, in fact, recently when we came back when we were at Orlando for our convention, Coleman, who is the CEO, okay, actually assured us that actually as far as the product is concerned, Lifewave can cater to the billions. So, you know, this is why I'm so proud to be a part of Lifewave. All right. And as far as the product is concerned, tonight, I'm just going to cover on X39, which is a stem cell activation patch. And I just want to give you a very brief, you know, outlook of how it started in the year 2002. You know, since then, you know, David decided to make Lifewave as a direct selling company in 2004. This is also where the very first patch, the energy announcer, was birthed, right? Gradually, then you understand this particular patch is actually originally designed for the US Navy SEALs. So I just wanted to know, you know, David did not invent this for the sick, all right? It was actually meant for the fit and healthy, you know, Navy SEALs. And in the year 2005 also, the other two patches, like the Ice Wave and Silent Nights, were created for the Navy SEALs. And then, you know, I'm so thankful that because of this, right, gradually you look at 2006 all the way to, you know, 2015, David has created a range of products, you know, which is actually very good and beneficial for all of us until the year 2019. This is where something happened to Lifewave because of this very unique product, which is the X39. Okay, and this tiny little patch literally changes the whole ball game for Lifewave, and it's actually classified as the reverse aging patch. Okay, so this is a brief history. So most of us, we understand that, when we were born, we were actually exposed to free radical attacks, all kinds of, stress and all this and that. And we realize that by and by, we age, and we age rapidly, and this is not normal, all right? So just so you know that when we age rapidly, it is also due to our lifestyle, the things that we put into our body. So we understand that we're actually exposed to this, but is there a way? Is there a way for us to age gracefully? Because when we talk about aging, we equate it to degeneration. Oh, suddenly you realize that you have backaches, you got knee pain, you cannot sleep well, and your energy level has gone down so much, So is there a way to reverse it? Also, because of this, we realize that the stem cells also age and they also die. And so this is something that actually is relatively very important to us because I'm going to show us this. This is where it is very, very astounding. Again, tonight, why we are sharing this is also to educate us that there's something that we can actually do to help us, to live and grow gracefully, even as we grow, as we age, we can even have, the kind of energy for us to enjoy. Just based on this little chart, you realize that by the time when we were born, you can see at my mouse cursor, when we were born, we have full of stem cells. And that's the reason why we cannot stop young people, our toddlers, our children from running here and there, simply because there's so much stem cells in them. But by the time you turn 35, you realize that, oh, you have only 45% left. But this category is the most scary. I mean, by the time you turn 65, and this is already proven, it's a fact that it is so low that you have probably about 5% left of stem cells in your body. So why your cells need more stem cells right now, more than ever? Simply because stem cells help restore the healthy levels you enjoy when you were 20 years old, 30, and 50 years old. Okay, and this is something also just want to show you. Earlier, I already mentioned, by the time you turn 60, there's only 5% of stem cells left in your body. Okay, but fret not, tonight I'm going to give us the good news. So this chart shows us that the very first stem cell actually derived from the mother's egg and the father's sperm, and it's because of this it formed into an embryo and gradually it become a differentiated cells, from the cells then it forms into the organ and gradually you realize in 9 months, it is a full baby, So if you ask me, the entire building block for all the human being is actually the stem cells. Okay, then you look at this picture. Why is stem cells so sought after? In fact, in the 1980s, they were studying so much on this, even till today, it's much talked about, but there are a few ways to go about it. The very first on the right top is actually using stem cell injection. Basically, they'll take from a younger donor and inject into an older recipient. All right. But this one carries potentially 30% risk. And that's also the reason why in Singapore's context, it is deemed illegal, right? And also very costly, ranging from 10,000 to 100 over 1,000. Okay, this is a fact. Of course, the second method of stem cell therapy will be via injection. We probably hear about deer placenta or sheep placenta, or there's even camel placenta and horse's placenta. Again, These are all foreign, yeah. And don't you think that the best way is to elevate your own stem cells? Is there a way? Is there a way possibly to activate our own stem cell? And this is also the reason why tonight I'm so happy to share with us. Earlier, if you look at my chart, what is the future medical technology? The answer lies in stem cells, really, because it has the ability to repair all the internal organs. So it's so smart that, whenever you have any issues in the body, stem cells will act as the repairman to go and service your internal organ. Right. So ladies and gentlemen, friends, let me introduce you X39, which is the stem cell activation patch. Just so you know, it's the stem cell activation patch. There's no stem cells in the patch, just using the method or the technology called phototherapy, or in a simple layman term, light therapy. David Schmidt is so clever to develop this into a tiny little patch for you and I to use, yeah. So it's actually earlier I also mentioned Lifewave has garnered about 130 over patents, and there are also over 80 clinical studies. And this picture actually shows us that it's been 20 years of development, all right, and also handled by independent researchers and universities, medical and scientific experts. All right, so what is this? What's so unique about our X39? X39 stem cell patch has the ability to elevate this thing called GHK copper peptide. In fact, if you go and Google search, right, this copper peptide is even more expensive than diamond. And what it does is, and when you patch it on your body, it can elevate this GHK copper peptide to activate our own stem cells. So friends, this is actually what attracts me to using Lifewave patch. In right now, I can assure you that there's no other company that has got this technology that just using a little patch like this enables to activate your own stem cell. Right. So talking about GHK copper peptide, it's actually discovered by this person by the name of Dr. Laurent Picard. You can Google search him, he's still around, all thanks to his discovery, in 1973, he actually did a lot of tests, and finally he he discovered that this GHA copper peptide has the ability to induce so many things, like for example, program cell death on cancer, stimulate collagen production, and that's also the reason why when many of our brand partners who already started using the X39 patch realize there's a vast difference, especially on their face. And that's also the reason why we always encourage all our brand partners. If you have not already done so, the day you use our stem cell patch, please take a photograph because that will be the oldest day you will have. Okay. So right, so this is GHK copper peptide for you. And of course, there are a lot of studies on this, including the NIH. So this is just some information for you to understand why GHK is so sought after, right? And just to give you some kind of benefits, what it can do, basically, it actually supports rapid wound healing. And that's also the reason why many of you, when you start using, you realize, oh, how come my scars are gone? My knee pain, has elevated so much, and you realize that, oh, your wound heals so fast, as though, you have gone back to your early days, when we were young, when we had sustained any kind of injury, our wound heals so fast. Just imagine, now when we're in our 30s, our 40s, and our 50s, we're experiencing the same thing when we use the X39 patch, which means the X39 patch has the ability to reset the gene expression to behave younger and healthier. And that's also, you see right here on this cursor, it actually resets genes to younger state and convert older lifestyles to younger state. And for some of you, you may even realize, oh, how come you become more supple? Because GHK copper peptide also helps to produce collagen, yeah? So this is the clinical studies, that I mentioned about on X39. It actually elevates the peptide GHK copper for the activation of stem cells. So this is actually clinically proven, right? If you really want to experience what we are talking about, please go to your sponsors. If you're invited by your friends, and you would like to know more, do come and visit us at our Wood Square office. And another thing that attracts me to this is because there's no drugs, no chemicals, no stimulants, okay, in all of our patches. To show you some of the benefits, if you look at your left, there are tons, a list of them. Like I mentioned earlier, spontaneous pain relief, improvement in mobility, so on and so forth. But I just wanted to highlight on the blue chart. Like, if you look at the blue chart, this is clinically proven, all right? When you start using our stem cell patch, for the first few days, it already resets 4,000 genes in your body. By the time you continue to use for 1 to 3 months, you realize that there's some physical change in you, and it actually helps to balance your brain, all right? And you realize that you become more calm. By the time on the 6 months, later on, I'll show you some amazing discovery that David actually disclosed 2 years ago. You realize that, oh, how come my fine lines are all gone, and your hair start to grow, and you increase skeleton and make muscular, system, yeah. And by the time you use it for 1 year, this is where you'll see a lot of difference in you. So friends, these are some of the benefits of X39. Okay. Why this one disappeared? Basically, it's talking about the same thing. It's very safe, non-invasive, and there's no chemicals, no drugs, and it cannot enter your body because this little tiny little patch, it actually is via a non-transdermal container. Yeah. It means even you can be on any medication or any kind of treatment. When you use our patch, nothing goes into your body. It will not conflict with anything that you're, having from a treatment that you're going through. Okay, this is based on David. David says Lifewave is unique because it is the only phototherapy product in the world that uses the human body as its own power source. Interesting, yeah? Yeah, you realize that, this thing, all you need to do is to just remove the paper at the back of the sticker, patch it on your body. The moment it touches your body, the infrared in your body, will start to activate the patch and do its wonders. All right. And here, these are some of the things that David actually mentioned, because it uses light, right? So whatever patch you use, it will reflect very specific wavelengths of light that stimulate the surface of the skin, and then you reflect back and do the necessary work that what the patches are supposed to do. And if you look at bottom, it says, I came up with a way of manufacturing nanoscale crystals and embedding them into a little patch. So for some of you who may be wondering, I just want you to know that all our patches, there's nothing in them. All of them have the same ingredients, namely amino acid, water, oxygen, organic compound, and glucose. But because of the how the nanocrystals are placed, right, it has with a different orientation, right, it will reflect different frequencies, hence reflecting very different wavelengths of lights into your body. Okay, in a layman term, I hope you understand this. Okay, so this is so much I have to say. Again, like I mentioned earlier, this is a non-comprehensive presentation. To know more, please go back to your sponsor or any of your friends who invite you. We can cover more in our Wood Square office. So today I have the pleasure of inviting someone into our Zoom here to share with us her experience, with our patches. Okay. And I'm just going to invite right now, before I invite her, I will just want to make this disclaimer, because You know, when some of us who are already experiencing very good results, right? I just want to be very careful to tell us that Lifewave doesn't make any medical claims, nor do we say that our patches cure people, but simply because it is so good, you know, that actually when the body is at the optimal condition, right, it has the ability to do the self-healing, right? So just want to let you know that we do not intend to treat, nor diagnose or cure any diseases. And if anything you want to use, also please go and consult your family doctors or physician, you know, to ask them for advice as well. Or if you are in doubt, yeah. All right. So this is where I'm going to stop here for a short while. And without further ado, I want to invite our dear friend who is a senior director, and she's from Malaysia, Chim Po Chu. So Po Chu, if you are around, can you unmute yourself and talk to us?
Hi.
Hi. Hello, Po Chu.
Hello.
Wow.
Thank you, James. It's my
It's our
pleasure to
pleasure.
be able to be Singaporean again.
Wow. Yeah.
I have a dual nationality when I was in Orlando. Because
Yeah.
I was in the Singapore team, or should I be in the Malaysian team? So today I have been given the chance by James to actually tell a short story about myself. I'm actually brand as nanny on a mission. From a skeptical and one who doesn't believe in Lifewave, now I become an advocate. Why? Looking at my picture, you'll know why. I met up with my hero, David Smith. Actually, to cut the whole story short is, I went through a time when I got COVID. And having got COVID, everybody knows that vaccine, there's a lot of wonders to us. Our degeneration.
Eddie, come and check for me. I can't hear, no? Is it the wire is loose or what?
Jonas, can you mute Linda?
Yeah, sure.
The
So,
wire or what? Cable or what?
yeah. So
Can I hear?
being in such a situation,
What?
degeneration took over. And I was actually being what you should say, I experienced all the pain that an old lady should be experiencing. Going to 70, knee pain and shoulder pain are must. It seems to be a must. So after getting in touch with Janet, I will always call her my savior, because without her, I would not have actually get in touch with Lifewave. And I really appreciate both of them for introducing me to Lifewave. Having changed from what you see from my photo, I have actually changed from somebody who has actually lost all the vitality. I lost all my vitality. I was so very down. I couldn't even follow my children for any of their holidays. But my best intake was following James and Janet to Orlando. Actually, I was really, really happy that I could make it to Orlando. And I always tell them that it's my maiden trip overseas, because I never travel alone. And I traveled all the way from KL, transit through Dubai and to Orlando. Imagine that, an old lady like me, all alone, reaching Orlando without any jet lag. So who should we give the credit to? If you feel that it's Lifewave, please give me a 77. For me, I really give a thanks to David for introducing such a fantastic patch to me, having actually let me have back my vitality. But to let you know, my first 3 weeks was not a bed of roses. I have all the pain that I had before I patch, and even worse. Because due to the healing process, I need to go through a time where they really have to renovate back my system. So bear in mind that if you are to go through the same thing as me, please do not stop. It is a must to carry on because it works after 6.5 months. I saw the difference after 3 months. And I never regretted actually continue on to do my patching because why? For age reversal after 6 months, I get 8.5 years. So now it should be 17 years lah, because I have patched 15 months. So after 17.5 years, 17 years of reversal, I should look very young, correct or not? Do you feel that I am looking young now? Give me a 77, please. Because why? I need your encouragement to carry on Lifewave. So I actually feel very thankful. And with that, I would like to end my testimony today. It's just that let us get in to have a healthy lifestyle and carry the mission of a drug-free society. We can do it with Lifewave. We will progress. Thank you, James, for inviting me. And have a good day, everybody, and take care.
Thank you, Posu. Yeah, we can actually attest to it for the fact that you look at this picture, you know, when Janet introduced Pochu to the LifeWave patch, I should say she was a skeptic, yeah. But look at this picture, it was such a tremendous transformation. And yes, and this one even better. And yes, we were at Orlando. In fact, you know, no one can compete with her energy. Like I can say that, you know, for 69 or for Paul, it's just so full of energy. All right, I'm just going to share with us a few more slides and then we'll call it a day. If you have any question, you can just throw the question on the chat. We'll try to address them. If not, you can adjust and mute yourself. Okay, so this is a lady. I just want to show, okay, for every one of us, if you have already used this, like Pocho, she said, in the first few days, it's not a bed of roses, you know. Some of us may think that it's a quick fix kind of thing, but please bear in mind that this is not a magic potion. But certainly, I'm going to show you a slide later on. If you can use it for 6 months to a year, there'll be some huge transformation, just like this lady on the left. You know, just for 90 days, you can see there's a apparent change in her, right? In her entire outlook, you know, the skin is so different. You can look at her neck and her eyes are so different. And the gentleman on the right, oh my gosh, you can actually see he was quite a skinny guy, yeah. I do not know his real condition, but the one on the right, the after one, you can see quite a difference in him. Again, because we are unique individuals, we may have very different reactions and results that you may get. Yeah? But again, trust me, if you can use it diligently, you don't use it alternately or once in a blue moon, if you can start using it every single day, for 3 to 6 months to a year, you'll see a vast difference. And this lady actually is very heartwarming, right? She's from Hong Kong, you know. She's quite old, like you can see. She's like 90 years old. And the condition was that she was bedridden for longest time and couldn't speak, you know, for half a year. You know, you look at the date, 21st June, when she started in the year 2021, in just a matter of months, right? She not just a month, excuse me. After using Lifewave for 2 hours, right? She suddenly said she needed to go to the toilet. And on the third day, she got out of bed and walked to the toilet by herself. Yes, you know, I can never imagine this. You know, for someone who's been bedridden, couldn't even speak and was on diapers, you know, and just 3 days later, something happened to her. Right, again, this for this lady here, and this my mother-in-law. And when she fell down, you know, she was 85 when she fell down last February. Very thankful for X39 Aeon. We patched her, and normally for old people, generally when there's sustained certain kind of wound or injury, it will take a longer while. But for my mom-in-law, you see the bruises, the blue back, you know, in just a matter of 3 weeks, They actually healed pretty good, yeah. Okay, this chart, I just want to let us know that, you know, to have all these results, it will take time because all our organs, you know, if you look at our stomach lining, you know, it requires 5 days to replenish the new cells, our blood, our skin, our liver, and so on and so forth. So friends, you know, just bear in mind, you know, take time and be diligent about it. And, you know, if you are unfamiliar or not so sure about it, talk to your friends, you know, and I'm sure you can actually, your friends can actually guide you on this. Just want to reiterate what I mentioned earlier. If you can use it for 6 months, you know, and I'm going to show you this another chart. David actually announced this in the last year's convention, last year, but he said, yeah, he actually sent a group of people to this clinic to test for their blood on telomeres, right? And what he discovered was this, in as little as 6 months, the telomeres actually lengthened to the equivalent of 8.5 years of age reversal. That's exactly what Kochu actually mentioned, yeah. Although, of course, we don't say if you continue to use for, you know, 1 year, 2 years, or 3 years, you're going to behave or look younger and younger. Actually, no. But cellular level, you can realize that, you know, you will have an increase of energy and you realize your mental faculty is sharper. And for some of us, you know, our friends, they realize that, oh, they no longer require spectacles or they gain back their hearing, you know, so on and so forth. You know, again, if you can use it and be diligent about it, I'm quite certain that something will happen in and out of you, yeah. And of course, we always advise you when you're on our patch, please hydrate yourself on a regular basis. So far for us, you know, we always start off with this X39 on the day and at night Aeon, okay, on the patch, you know, just behind your neck. 12 hours, okay? Use the patches for 12 hours and let your body rest for 12 hours. Okay, so the fact of the matter is this, when we start on this journey, right, you realize that, you know, we have so many facts, you know, and so many clinical studies to show that, you know, Lifewave is a credible company, you know, it has got so many clinical studies, so many resources for you to go and find out why it is so. And of course, if you're looking at, you know, getting your health back in a way that you don't require any surgery, no injection, no medication, perhaps you may want to try on our Lifewave patches because also it is very affordable, it is very efficacious, and it is very safe. You know, nothing enters into your body at all, right? And it is something that Lifewave is using is acupuncture without needle. So friends, I'm going to end my presentation on this. If you have any question, you can actually unmute yourself, or you have already written it on the chat box. Let me just take a look. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing now. If you have any question pertaining to tonight's presentation, you can unmute yourself. Anyone? Okay, let me just continue by saying, okay, perhaps later on. Okay, like I said earlier, I mentioned, right, if you have, this is just a very comprehensive, non-comprehensive one. We do have our weekly talk at the Wood Square office, actually located in Woodlands, opposite Causeway Point. It's quite easy to find, you know, you can just alight at Woodlands MRT station, you know, enter into Causeway Point and you'll see this building. And we have weekly live Zoom, rather live talk on Tuesday, you know, in the afternoon. Wednesday, we have a Chinese in the afternoon and English at night on the same day, Wednesday, 7:30. And Friday, we do have a business talk conduct by Lawrence Chan. And Saturday, we have another English BOP at our Wood Square office. You may want to screenshot this to know about weekly events. All right, okay. Like I said, I'm going to stop here. Anyone has any question burning in your heart that you would like to ask us? If we can answer you, we will be most glad to do so.
James, there is a question from
Okay.
Jancy in the chat.
Check, huh?
Yeah.
Where is the check? Okay, I mean, the check. Why do I feel body very heaty and warm after just a day of using? Oh, Jancy, is it? What patch are you on, Jancy? Can you unmute yourself? With one ulcer and dry lips. Oh, I think somebody ever told me this. Okay, so basically, again, earlier my last slide was this. When we are on the patch, right, we want to help people to hydrate on a regular basis. So for this symptom, it could be, you know, if you're on, are you on any medication, Jancy? Perhaps you can unmute yourself, lah. No, no worries. We're all very friendly people here. Jancy, can you unmute yourself and you may actually talk over the mic? And then drank more than 4 liter alkaline water. Okay. All right. So again, it could be some kind of like a renovation work in your body. Again, I'm not sure your physical condition or any underlying issues, but for some of us, right, all of us will experience different things. Also, it could be certain things. You may be on certain medication, and right now, what the body is doing is trying to purge out all the toxins of your body. And normally for this kind of situation, right, it will not last for long, Jancy. But I will encourage you to continue the patch, while you drink 4 liters of water, that's a lot. Okay. Then I will just have to say that I encourage to continue to use, usually for some of us who may have this kind of conditions, right? For your case is ulcer, it will actually won't last more than 3 to 4 days. You just monitor yourself, okay? So there's a SAR. Okay. Hi, James. May I know what is good for feet swelling? Feet swelling, I'm not sure what causes that. May I ask? Can you unmute yourself?
Hi.
Okay. Hello, hello. What could be, are you on any medication, and what was the reason that caused the swell?
I don't take any medication because I don't like the medical industry medication.
Right,
So I have been taking supplements before I took Lifewave. 3 months
right,
ago, I found Lifewave by through I don't know through googling something, and then I just started 3 months with this Lifewave, and so far I've only used X39, X49, and Eon patches, and
right.
initially, when I used the swelling went down, but now it still comes on and off. I don't know exactly what the cause because I didn't check. I don't want to check.
The swell on both legs, both feet?
It is one feet and then another feet, and then it goes off. Then you check once in a while. There's no pain. It's just like the shoe will be a bit tight.
It started recently or has been ongoing?
Quite long, but since I took the patches, since I put the patches, it is less, so much lesser. I can put on my shoes today, but it's still there. So I want to know
Right,
why.
right. So you say you've been using for 3 months, yeah? Okay, so anyways, the patches that you use are actually good enough. So anyways, for feet swelling, right? Usually, yeah, also, how much of water do you take, by the way?
About the 1 liter like that, 1.5 liter.
1 liter, huh? Okay, sometimes we have this, what you call, wrong idea that when your feet swell, you don't drink water. Actually, all the more, it should be the reverse. The reason why we always emphasize on hydration is because it's very vital. Because our body actually communicates through the biocurrents, and actually water acts as a very good conductor. You may actually add on, if you wish to, this is just a suggestion. you may just want to add on a pair of energy enhancer and see how it goes.
I just purchased.
Yeah, you may want to add on.
The energy enhancer. Where do I purchase?
Okay. Okay. Right now, you can actually, there are two positions can patch on. It's either on your kidney one area, kidney one, which is on your sole. All right. You have started, yeah, on the sole of your feet, on the kidney one area.
Both sole, right? The brown and the white.
Yeah, because energy enhancer comes in a pair. The white one you patch on the right, the brown one on your left.
So it helps, is it?
Yeah, you may want to try that, yes. For water retention, that is the one.
Oh, thank you, James.
You're most welcome. So for Jancy, you say you don't take medication, no sickness, wow, so good. Okay, so again, I'm not sure the underlying issues you may have, but I will encourage you to continue to use and monitor, okay, Jancy?
Yeah, sure. Oh yeah, so one more question.
Okay.
I ordered the glutathione and carnitine.
Carnosine?
And Eon, there's a promo patch that they told I already ordered. It's coming tomorrow.
Yeah, and your question?
Glutathione and carnitine I just bought because it's promo. How to patch? I saw the promo. I just
Okay. How to patch? Okay. So whenever we buy any product, right, you'll come with a booklet, and the booklet actually will indicate where to patch on. So there are a few areas suggested. So you can actually go and find out which is the sweet spot for you, because for some position, right, some people may feel more sensitive. So you can actually put on the suggested area, but only one patch. Although you see several locations are suggested, but only one patch at a time. And all the patches you do not use more than 12 hours. But you can use different patches at the same time though.
I have one question, a quick one. The glutathione is actually, what's the main benefit of glutathione? What's the main?
Glutathione, right? Okay, just a quick one. Glutathione actually, it has two main functions. One is to elevate your master antioxidant by 300%. To boost your immunity, to boost your immunity. Second, it actually acts as a very powerful detoxifier, right? Can purge out all the toxins of your body.
It can be patched every day, right?
Yes, the company actually suggests in a week you can actually patch 5 days and let the body rest for 2 days. So you may want to follow that.
Just one last one. Just carnitine main benefit is carnitine.
Carnosine is actually another kind of antioxidant found in our muscles. It particularly is very useful for the brain and for the heart health, brain and heart.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, that's all. Thank you a lot. Thanks a lot.
Okay, and Jennifer Chiu, you have a question. What patch to use for pneumonia? Okay, again, if you have this kind of medical condition, it's also very good to go and consult a doctor. But for here, of course, you can use 39 and AOM. And for pneumonia, right, you may want to add on a pair of energy enhancer on your lung one area. You can see me, lung one is actually near your armpit here. All right, you may want to add a pair there. It's good for the lungs, okay? But again, you have this medical condition, you may want to consult your doctor, okay? Okay. Any other? There's some more question. You can help me, Jonas or Lawrence, because okay. So there's this Darius, is it? Hi James, I wish to check on this. An elderly woman tried X39 morning and Aeon in the evening. After a day, she said she could not take the reaction she had experienced. She just wants to get her knee strength. She says when she gets up from the chair, she wants to get a smooth get up. What patch can she use besides the X39 Aeon? Thank you. Okay. Normally, Elderly woman, okay, so there is, again, if she's using X39 Aeon, I mean, normally I'll encourage her to continue to use, but for elderly woman, actually for strength, actually, energy enhancer would be very good, to give her the strength, right? Otherwise, we have another daughter patch, which is the X49, which is exceptionally good for elderly people because it can actually help to increase the bone density, right? Good for the heart, and actually helps to, create more blood vessels, for the elderly, yeah. So you may want to consider that energy enhancer and X49. Okay, I hope I answer your question, And she consumed, okay, actually for old people, 1.5 liters is actually good enough, Okay, so May Au has an answer for you also. That's regarding her mom who is 70 years old, no major pain on her knee, just feel she needs more energy and strength. And after like 2 to 3 months, she felt her problem ease. So right, okay, so that's thank you May for sharing. And she only uses X39. So again, I just want to encourage us. It's not a quick fix. If you can continue to use, you will be able to experience certain kinds, of results in your body. Yeah. So Nuradi, hi Nuradi. Does this help prostate sickness? Okay, prostate issue again, is a man's problem. It does. Again, we don't make any medical claim, but as we understand about X39, right, he has the ability to repair. He acts as a repairman, and it will also go and help to, at cellular level. So you can always try X39 and Aeon, for a start. Okay, Adi. Okay, then okay. How about acid reflux? Yes, we have quite a number of testimonials on acid reflux. Okay, you can actually use carnosine, 6 fingers above your belly button. Carnosine, 6 fingers above your belly button. It works like a charm. All right. You're more than welcome, Jennifer. Okay. So again, for Darius, right? Again, elderly people, again, also you may want to help her monitor. If this is too much for her, right? I would suggest like what May said, just use X39 for her. All right. Just use X39 for her. And again, for energy, for strength, a pair of X39 energy enhancer. I beg your pardon. A pair of energy enhancer. Okay, what happened if we forgot to take out after 12 hours? Oh, we cross our time. For some, there's so many questions. I'll just take a few more and we'll end at 9:30. Yeah. What about if we forgot to take out 12 hours? Okay. For gym, right? No issue. But of course, we don't encourage you to do this on a regular basis because according to David, it says if you continue to patch non-stop like that, it will create this attenuation effect, which simply means if ongoing you are using more than 12 hours for so many days, right? The body will no longer work on its optimal effect on the patches. So I always tell people to do this as a discipline. After your shower in the morning, just patch it, and before you go to bed, just remove the patch. So try to cultivate this discipline, okay? Can
James,
I
sorry, Pat here. Can I just ask for the energy enhancer? Can we use that every day?
Oh, of course you
Or
can.
is it only 5 days a week?
No, energy enhancer, you can use it every day, no problem. Especially if you have a hectic schedule, you may want to use 2 sets if you have an hectic schedule. Yes, you can, Pat. You can.
Okay. And sorry, the other question I wanted to find out is, can you explain to me about the stem cell activation? The X39 helps to activate stem cells in our body.
Yes.
But how is this done? Is it throughout the whole body or does it go organ by organ?
Okay.
So can we expect maybe the brain at the top, the head to, cells be activated first, then it goes down to the body?
All right.
Is that how it works?
No, this is a very interesting question. Okay. For all we know, right, actually this the X39, right, elevates the GHK copper peptide in our body, right, to activate the stem cell. Okay, well, so what it does, for some of us, we may use it for our knee pain, for example, okay, but somehow it is so smart that actually it may go and prioritize your kidneys, for example, right? You may want to use it for your knee pain, but somehow you realize that you don't experience immediate relief on your knee pain. However, it is so smart that actually it will prioritize to go and service the organ which needed servicing first. For example, the kidneys or the lungs, okay, or the brain, the matter, So it doesn't start from up to down, not necessarily from the brain to the eye, then to the heart, to your lungs. It doesn't work like that.
Okay, so it goes by parts also, then it's not the whole body that in
Yeah.
a way that gets healed.
You are right. You are right. For some people, right, immediately they can experience an elevation of energy. For some people, they realize, oh, I can sleep better. And for some, they feel that they are more calm and relaxed. For others, they realize, hey, how come my hair starts to grow or turn black, for the matter? So it works differently on different individuals.
Okay, thank you.
Anytime. Right? Okay, you are very patient. So can I address all the questions? Jonas, and if you can answer, you may also have to answer. Can I ask, does it make a difference if we patch daytime or nighttime? Is there a specific patch for day or night? Okay, good question. Okay, for X39 especially, we normally encourage the patch in the day, because otherwise you have to count ships and stars. You cannot sleep because it will elevate your energy level, right? But strangely enough, I have a group of ladies in their mid-60s, they actually told me, James, when I use the X39, I feel so tired in the daytime, So I told them to do it at night, and guess what? They feel so good. They can sleep better when they use at night, and in the daytime, they have all the energy, right? So again, but there's one particular patch that we don't encourage to use at night, which is the glutathione patch, because you want your liver to rest and not to go and work while you're sleeping. Okay, so all the patches actually you can use at night, including the energy enhancer. You find it very strange, right? So you may ask, oh, if it can give you energy, so why should I patch at night? Actually, if you patch your energy enhancer on your kidney one, it can actually help with your sleep, yeah. So glutathione, okay, we don't encourage to patch glutathione at night. Usage of X39 Aeon, X39 morning and Aeon at night, and use continuous 5 days, the rest 2 days, or can continue patch. Oh yes, you can do that. Again, it actually up to your preference, okay, Leah. It's really up to your preference. The reason why lately we not say advocate, we sort of tell people to use X39 and Aeon in the daytime, Aeon at night. We find that it's very good. And in fact, David has been encouraging this protocol. So although you can use X39 and Aeon at the same time, all right. So again, it's all your preference, all right. Okay, Lee. Okay, how to incorporate 49 and carnosine? Basically, I will call X49 as the super carnosine, but of course it has its different functions. You can actually use them, carnosine, if you want to, you can use it at night, all right? You can patch it around your chest area, just right below your sternum. 39 behind your neck, 49 below, 2 fingers below your belly button in the daytime. So you may actually want to use Aeon and carnosine at night, okay? I hope I answered your question. Ralph Go, hi James. Is there an age limit? Okay, according to company standard, it's 18 years old and above, yeah. But again, that's really up to the parental discretion. We have got a 2-year-old boy who's got an infection, all right? And when use our patch, the wound heal in 2 days. And we have young kids with autism, ADHD, when parents start to put the patches on them, they see fast improvement. Again, this is the parental discretion. I can only say that, Ralph, okay? And for bronchitis, what's your recommendation? Okay, bronchitis again. Wow, again, all these are the best is you consult your doctor. Otherwise, X39, Aeon, and energy enhancer for bronchitis. Okay. And Darius have another question. Can she use carnosine only for her knee? Okay, it depends. If you want to do that, we can actually, if it's very painful, I will actually recommend a pair of ice wave. Darius, okay? Ice wave will actually address her acute pain. Jennifer Chu, EE can use pass at night if pays late afternoon. Oh, of course you can. I mentioned you may even experience a very good sleep. Jennifer, when you use this energy enhancer at night. Nuradi, I got leg and bum muscles, but now improve a lot after month. Today I can squat. Wow, thank you, Nuradi. Wow, excellent. I'm so happy for you. Wow, I cannot imagine. You mean you cannot squat for longest time, Nuradi? You want to unmute yourself? Nuradi, are you still there? Okay. All right. Is that all? Or any long-term knee pain? What to use? Long-term knee pain. Again, X39 and Aeon. All right. X39 and Aeon for long-term knee pain. All right. It looks like I have actually answered most of the question. Yeah. Thank you guys for your patience. It's 9:31. Anyone want to ask the last question, you can unmute. Otherwise, we'll call it a night. And just remember, again, this is a patch wear. Patch wear, long-term knee pain, is it? Behind your neck. X39 behind your neck, okay? Remember we say acupuncture without needles? Yeah, many of us we thought that we're going to patch you on the local pain area until when somebody patch you behind the neck, or then you realize that, for example, this morning we were at someone's house. This lady has a sore back, Then when I patched behind her neck, she didn't notice, she thought that I actually patched on her sore back, and she realized, wow, instantaneous relief, yeah. Then I told her, no, I did not patch on your sore area. In fact, I patched it behind your neck. So Saira, right? Saira, behind your neck, X39. All right. For pulse, okay, okay, hemorrhoids, right? You can actually patch X39 Aeon. Okay. Normally this one will take a while because of the inflammation at the bottom. You can actually, what you can do is, just a suggestion, you can actually patch an Aeon on your panty or your brief. Yeah, then it works. Okay. Jaslyn Lau. Hi, James. ADHD, what patch to use? Wow. Again, I just want to be very sure, no medical claims. Okay. We have people who just use X39. Seems to have it works. But again, different individuals, different results. All right. X39, okay, for Jaslyn. Okay. Then PC Pochu say Jinlong's wife patch on the panty. So you can panty, like I said, patch on the panty, okay. Hi James, what's the shelf life of the patches? Any expire? Okay. Ralph, actually it's indicated at the back of our sleeve. You will see the indication of the expiry, but I can tell you also, I've actually done my experiment. Even if the patches expires, or actually I asked an expert, I won't claim. Actually 5 years or so the patch works. But of course, I don't expect you to keep for 5 years and use it. Yes, there's an expiry date mentioned behind our sleeve, okay? All right, looks that I've actually covered most of your questions. Thank you once again for your patience. In fact, okay, I just want to tell you, we will have this on a regular Thursday. All right. So, if not, good night, everyone. Let's see each other on Thursday again. And do invite your friends because, anyways, this OPP actually is meant for newcomers. Of course, current brand partners, if you want to learn more, you want to join, by all means, but please invite your friends, okay? Otherwise, all of you have a good night. I'll see you on Thursday again. Again, if you have friends, want to bring them to Wood Square office, invite them. We have a weekly OPP there. Thank you so much. Good night, everyone.